Welcome back everyone. As you probably see, United are in a really bad stretch of games and results. I think the main guy to blame is definitely Erik Ten Hag. I'm gonna go on a rant here because I don't know why Ten Hag still hasn't been fired in the last months because he's just not a good manager. This is going to be his third year when United, and Erik Ten Hag still hasn't brought anything to the club specifically, because he brought two trophies, which are the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, which are good, but those are only club competitions, club trophies. In terms of results in the league and Europe, he's done a dreadful job, and he's not done anything good for Man United. And in terms of on the pitch, it's the same thing. It's third year with Man United. It's a very long time for you to implement your own playing style to the club, the football philosophy you want United to bring to the pitch and what you want to play them with, but he still hasn't done that, because when you think about Man United, you don't think about a clear playing style, you don't think about how they play, because they do not have that. And in 3 years, you should already have that in your club, already established, and already perfecting that. If you look at teams like Man City and Arsenal, obviously they have the manager for a very long time now, but they already have a clear playing style, they already have a clear football philosophy, they know how to play, But obviously, it's going to be that because they have the manager for 4 years, or even with Pep for way more. But teams like Liverpool, no Arne Slot was brought in this summer. We kind of continued the same football playing style and identity the club brought to Liverpool, and obviously with some personal tweaks, and it's now working. As you see, Arne Slot is getting a really good job done in Liverpool. And you see other teams like Chelsea and Tottenham, who just hired their managers like 1 or 2 years ago. Like Chelsea with Mardeska, he was brought in this summer, and Mardeska has already established a playing style with Chelsea. You already know what they're going to play like. They already have a structured system, and it's a very clear way of playing football. And look at Tottenham and Ange, it's even more clear that Ange already brought in his own identity and his own playing style to Tottenham, because you already know what you're going to play like, you already know what his football are going to look like. And for Man United and Erik Ten Hag, he just hasn't brought nothing. He just hasn't brought that to United yet. Going more in depth about this whole playing style thing, Erik Ten Hag playing style Man United is just completely dreadful. You rarely see United play well now in these games. And that's because their old system, their old playing style just sucks in general, does not fit the best of their players, and just on the pitch, it's just not working. The first time with him at Man United, he kind of played a quick counter-attacking football, which kind of worked for a pretty long time, because he had the players that were fit for it, but as time moved on, it kind of became clear how to beat that. The low block was not that good, so it kind of became easier to beat that. In terms of counter-attacking, the opposing team will find the leaks easier, and he kind of got ineffective down the line. So the way he's been playing football now this year, specifically this year, because that's the only playing style he's kind of brought United this season, which was, and I'm being completely honest here, is just kind of pass the ball between the defense like 15-20 times, then complete through the ball up the pitch in hopes of that forwards to get anything in the attack. And that's just unacceptable. That's horrible. That's unsustainable. That's also things combined, because you have players that can fit the possession-based system, but Erik Ten Hag is still, I don't know why, but he's still insisting on this quick build-up, if I want to say football, just trying to get the ball to the attackers. And they receive the ball, not even close to the box, so they're gonna have a lot of space. They're going to have a lot of space between them and the goal. It's going to be very hard for them to try and create something. You want to try and bet on Rashford's space, on Ronaldo's space, and you want to bet on Bruno's playmaking, and want to bet on like Austin or Xerxes or the play. That's cool, but that's not the way that you can do this. It's horrible. You're playing like, you have players who are very good in terms of playing with the ball at their feet. Onana as a goalkeeper, at Inter, his main strength was with him with the ball. He makes very good long passes, yes. He also makes very good medium rate passes. He can retain possession, can keep the ball going. But Erik Ten Hag's almost instruction to him, just get the ball and fire up to attackers. And that's just taking the talent out of Onana, just wasting the talent that he has and can bring to the team. And same thing goes to a lot of players on that team, like Martinez is actually a pretty good fan in terms of ball playing. He's not getting the best out of him. And not in midfield is not the best at passing the ball and getting that first phase of the build-up, because you have Casemiro and Regards, both are really good with the ball. Kevin Mine is more of progressor with the ball. He's like more the ball with his feet in terms of, and doesn't really like the ball in terms of playing the ball upwards. He's not really good at that. So obviously that United do need kind of a player who can connect play that midfield. We already have Bruno Fernandes who can drop deep and do some of the work. You already have Ericsson who's also very good at doing that work. But I don't know why Erik Ten Hag is consistently insisting on this ball playing. Like you almost expect Burnley to play that football. No, when I think of like standard English football, no, there's like a TikTok audio of that, like looking up to two strikers. No, that's that type of football that United is been playing now. And when you make this comparison of like United to Burnley football, like you can imagine that something's going wrong. You can imagine that this way of playing football is not good for United because United, you know, is a team that in the past decades we've known them for like winning games for a lot of goals, dominating games, dominating opponents, winning leagues. This is not the type of football you should play in a team like Man United. In a team like Man United, I don't care who's on the team, but you should be playing good football. You should be trying to dominate every single game. You should be trying to score goals every single game. And Erik Ten Hag is not doing that for Man United. He's actually kind of doing the all opposite. Just trying to get one big opportunity and just get the game done with that. And that's just completely wrong. And that, I mean, just shows why Erik Ten Hag has a massive tactical liability. I mean, he just does not know how to get the best of the players because he has a very talented group of players, which is one thing I actually wanted to go more in depth with. Because I know players are kind of to blame here. I mean, obviously they need to do a better job, especially some guys like Bruno and Rashford. They need to be playing better at the stage of the season. But when you have these group of players who already have so much individual quality, play all bad, the reason must come from the manager because there's no bigger reason, there's no reason enough for you to get all your players to not play at a level. All reasons must point to the manager. All the blame must be to the manager because it is. If your team is not playing well, then it's your fault. And I mean, some people could say that their team is not good enough, but I have to disagree. If you look at like all their options in like goalkeeper, defense, midfield, and attacker, they all have great options. If you look at each position, they have great options in each of that position. So like yes depth, yes quality. It just has to make this team play like the way he wants to or the way they should be playing. And it's just not doing that right now. It's just not. Because I mean, looking at defense, you have good fullbacks. Dalot, Masraoui, those are pretty good fullbacks. I have Luke Shaw who's out injured, but when it comes back, there's another guy you can have. You look at like centre back, you have like Yordo, obviously he's injured, but you still have like Maguire, you still a complete enough defender. You have San Martinez, you have Leeds, which brought in by actually a very decent fee. So you have options in defense that were upgraded. Midfield, you have Ugarte, who's a pretty good DM, because Mir can still do it something. You have Kobe Mainu, you have Bruno Fernandes, you have Christian Eriksen, you have players enough to be able to prop a good team. And attackers, you have the best options in attackers. You have Rashford, Garnacho, and Diallo, who are three good wingers. Obviously, Rashford is kind of in a very big down at the moment, but Garnacho and Diallo have shown that they're very good wingers now. You have Austin and Sturridge as strikers. I also forgot Mason Mount in midfield. So you have all this plethora of players. I mean, this is a top 6 team. This is a talented team. Erik Ten Hag is the only one who just doesn't see that, or just not getting this team to play the football it should, and just not getting the best out of them, which is ridiculous. Another excuse that the fans wanted to make to defend Erik Ten Hag was first off injuries, because I mean last year it was a lot of injuries, but now this year he has some injuries like Oshlund, Luke Shaw, and then Yordo, but he still had the quality team behind that. So I'm not making that excuse for him anymore. I did make him that excuse for him last year, saying yeah, I mean it's true, injuries are actually really getting the best out of him, but this year they aren't, and he's still, I mean, doing worse than last year. Second excuse was that the board didn't give him enough support. And no, for the past couple of years, we know that the United board didn't give support to the managers, and they were just in general really bad. But now with the new board coming in this summer, it felt like the opposite happens. Erik Ten Hag had a lot of support this summer, and you just have to look at the guys they brought in. Look, you go like, they brought in Lenny Yordo, who was like an unproven youngster, who was actually pretty expensive. They brought in Lite and Masraoui, who were both ex-Ten players, so Erik Ten Hag has, he loves signing best players. I'm not really against that. You know, he already knows how to play, what the dynamic the dressing room would be. That's cool, whatever. But they brought in those two guys also for this amount of money because, I mean, if those two guys, pretty much because he wants to give Erik Ten Hag to the players. And then you give Ugarte in midfield too, Xerxes in attack too. I mean, you are given a lot of support. A lot of money was spent to build the Man United team, and still he hasn't got his team because these are the signings he actually wanted to play the best of the football. Because he has a very talented group of players. He doesn't have a lot of injuries to beat the excuse. The board has given the players that he wanted and that he needed, and he still hasn't built a proper team. And for you to be completely wrong in terms of squad building, in terms of not getting the best out of your players, in terms of not having a clear playing style in your third year with the team, in terms of you not playing good football, there comes to a point where it's too much, you're not getting any good results for months now, and you need to be gone. As simple as that. It needs to be gone and it needs to be fired because it's simply not doing good enough for Man United. I mean, I know it's very cute to think about Erik Ten Hag, but with Erik Ten Hag, it comes with an open job and you need to find a manager to replace him. And I did hear some names that people were saying, like Zidane. I don't think Zidane's a good choice. We haven't seen him coach in like 100 years, it looks like. And we only see him coach Real Madrid, and he kind of always had the same court throughout the years. So we really haven't seen Zidane coach in another environment, in a team that's fresh to him. So I don't think that's a really good choice. The second name I saw a lot was Xavi. You know, he's right from Barcelona, is now unemployed. Again, I don't think that's a good choice. Yes, he has experience leading with a trouble team, but that was kind of more into financial aspects. This type of trouble Man United is completely different, and I think he's still too inexperienced to getting to the shop to Man United, so I don't think it's the right choice neither. So I'm having two names in my head, which the first one was Conceição, the coach from Porto, left this summer. But the type of football he would bring to Man United, I don't think will sit right to the fans. I don't think it's the best for United as well. I mean, he knows how to have the dressing room compact and how to have the dressing room support him. But in terms of what you bring to the pitch and what the playing style you bring to United, I don't think that's the best fit. So I think I'll put him aside because the main guy that I would want to sign from United is Thomas Tuchel. I think right now is the dream manager. If you want to find Ten Hag, Thomas Tuchel is the main guy that you want to go after because he's just good at everything. We've seen him getting success with a lot of teams in a lot of different environments with a lot of fresh teams. He knows how to play good football. He knows how to implement his playing style in the teams that he's at. The only red flag, and this is actually a big red flag, is that he has a lot of problems with the boards. At Chelsea, at PSG, and also Dortmund, I think, he's had problems with the boards. And while there may be a massive red flag, we've seen how the board supported Erik Ten Hag this summer. So with the board's willingness to cooperate with the manager, Thomas Tuchel having that weak side, I think that they can both cooperate well to kind of reduce the red flag and kind of keep him for the future being. I think Thomas Tuchel is the guy that you want to come in because he can fix his team, he can be here for some time, he can bring good football to the table, and his red flag is somewhat even by the board's willingness to cooperate with the managers. So when overall, just in conclusion, my thoughts are Erik Ten Hag sucks. He doesn't bring anything to the table. He just completely sucks at everything. So fire him and bring Thomas Tuchel, who is 1,000 times better than him. He has had success in every single team he's got, even Bayern, and he needs to be on the bench for Man United in the next couple of weeks. And that's it.